Hot diggity dog. Whoa. Oh my God. This is maybe not as funny.
You want me to switch?
No, it's okay. That's why I'm honestly not drinking. I've already had some muscle relaxers, so I don't think I can do beer on top of that.
You have to drink. That's the point of this
She's
show.
having a shot.
Yeah, I'm doing a shot.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Talk Murder Me podcast. Welcome to this live stream. We record every Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think we're back on schedule with that. And you can find us on any podcasting app. I will say for the last episode, for part 2 of Tony Karitzis, the hostage, thanks to our Discord members, Shram and Chris, they alerted me that not just those episodes, but the entire Talk Murder Me podcast was behind a paywall. And I did not mean for that to happen. So if you try to download it and it wouldn't let you because it was behind a paywall, please unsubscribe and then resubscribe again. So Apple did a new update and that's why it put it behind this weird, it was something that messed up in it, right? But just unsubscribe and then resubscribe again and everything's fine. So that's it. And
cool.
I'm sorry about that. We're also switching podcasting host, which may had something to do with that. It is a beautiful day in Charleston, South Carolina. Mm-hmm. Beautiful day. I'm here with Jen and Nicole. If you like this, listen to our sister podcast, Among the Dirt and Trees, True Crime. And that's about it for me. If you want to stay for the next episode, because I have 2 crazy episodes today. You're not going to believe either one of them, but they're both 100% shocking and true. And if you want to stay for that second one, you got to be a top tier supporter, patreon.com/talkmurder. You can go over there and we're going to record that right after this. If you don't have the funds, don't worry about it. That episode will be out on Wednesday of next week at any podcasting app. So there you go. Boom.
Yay.
I'm getting better at that.
You are. That was very smooth.
Thank you.
Well, we do have a surprise shot today. I don't see Courtney on today, but today's request is for Courtney, and she did have a specific one.
All right, Courtney. And guys, you can, if you're a Supremo, you can request multiple shots. Someone had asked me that the other day on the Patreon. Like,
we're just going to prioritize, the making sure we get through everyone first. Like, so we've still got like 5 kind of teed up right now.
Surprise shots. Surprise shots. We don't know what they are because they're a surprise.
Cheers.
Cheers, Courtney.
Whiskey.
Y'all don't think it's cliche that we drink and podcast?
Oh, yeah. I guess that's what everybody does, right? That was Bird Dog whiskey.
I liked it.
She did warn me it was kind of terrible. So.
That was fantastic. What are you talking about? That was great.
That's bottom shelf, man.
I don't like whiskey in general.
That was definitely bottom shelf. That was not very good. Why did she request this?
I think she wanted to see our face being miserable, though, which, we're here to entertain. So if you want to see us miserable,
Jen took that like a champ.
She always does.
I got that Irish liver.
Yeah.
Nicole vomiting in a corner.
The Irish liver full of cirrhosis or whatever. What is it? Cirrhosis? Is that a thing?
Is that I don't know.
I can promise you no other true crime podcast has covered this.
I don't know. Natasha's going to call you out on that if somebody else has.
But I doubt you know it, okay? And if you think you know it at first, it's not what you think it is. Or it might be. I don't know what you're thinking. So tonight we're going to September 11th.
Ooh.
No, I'm just kidding. The 10th.
Oh.
2001?
No. Okay. 1985.
Okay.
The best year to be alive, 1985.
Too bad none of us were.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I was born in 93.
Nope. False.
Nicole's like, you're not making me a cougar.
That's right.
No Kashmir cougars over here.
Right.
Tonight we are talking about this guy right here. So if you know who this is, don't spoil it. Andrew Thornton II.
Looks like Burt Reynolds.
He does look like old Birdie, which we watched Deliverance not too long ago. That's a great movie.
I remember you said that. I still have not seen it.
We watched it because of that one episode we did.
Yeah. What was that guy's name? And y'all are terrible, man.
I am terrible with
I didn't
names.
watch the movie.
All right, 2 points for anyone that can tell me that guy's name that used...
The character?
No, the actual killer that used Deliverance as a defense. Jen was sleeping during that episode, I think.
No, she wasn't.
No, I wasn't.
Tonight, we are starting this story September 10th, 1985. It is the wee hours in the morning, and we're talking about a...
Oh, wait. It was the teacher guy, wasn't it?
Albert Fentress, Martin says.
Yeah, there you go. So, Martin...
Point for Martin.
Are you keeping tally of points?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the teacher?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I couldn't remember his name.
But when he said in the wee hours of the morning, that's when it triggered me.
What's up, Brittany?
Is that why they call it that?
I don't know.
Because nothing good happens after 2 a.m., let me tell you.
Tonight, we're going to September 10th, 1985. We're talking about an experienced pilot, Andrew Carter Thornton II. Okay,
Ooh, that sounds like a wealthy name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like if you have the name Carter as your middle name, like you're probably, well, I don't know, all of it just sounds wealthy.
Isn't second usually like a
Junior?
second person usually a junior, and then you go to a third?
Yeah, but if you say it like John said it makes it sound even more wealthy.
Yeah, like forget juniors.
Well, he was wealthy, but you'll see why in a little bit. So he is an experienced pilot. No, I shouldn't say that. He is the best in the damn business. The best pilot who has ever existed.
I would like to argue with that, but that's okay.
And this gentleman is flying one of these right here. And I'll put all these photos on talkmore.com. You can go there and see them. This is a Cessna 404. This is a twin engine airplane.
Ooh, I might get to ride in a Chinook on Wednesday.
Oh, that's right.
You know, those things crash all the time.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm riding in it.
So September 10th, 1985, Andrew Carter Thornton II is flying this plane. It is the wee hours in the morning, very late. He is in the sky and he is flying somewhere over Kentucky.
Sky pilot.
He is the best in the business, which is why he has all the lights turned off. He is flying just with his instruments. That's, you know, the instruments on the thing. Mm-hmm. He can't really see anything, but he knows exactly what he's doing because he's a damn good pilot. There's turbulence everywhere. And like I said, this is probably 2 a.m. in the morning. No one knows for sure. Turbulence. He is 8,400 square feet. Where feet? What else?
Because it really wasn't that high up there. You're just no, but this is
no, it is no. He
reminiscent of that show Manifest that I told you guys to watch.
Yeah,
he was 8,400 feet in the air. It was pitch black outside. There was turbulence. You know, there was clouds in the sky. It was raining. He's somewhere over the Kentucky mountains, really high in the sky with his lights off, and all of a sudden he just puts that thing on autopilot. Now he is by himself in this airplane. He puts it on autopilot.
I'm sorry.
What?
I just think of Airplane, the movie Airplane, when you
such
like,
a great movie.
Autopilot.
Yes, with the
inflatable, the inflatable
doll.
Yeah. We didn't watch that one. We watched all the Liam Neeson movies.
Yeah, we watched Naked Gun.
There was one that he did before the Naked Guns that it was.
Are you talking about Leslie Nielsen?
Yes.
Yeah. It's
what did he say? Liam?
I thought he was talking about Liam Neeson.
No.
I'm like, Liam Neeson was not in Airplane, sir.
No.
Leslie Nelson.
Anyway, it was a serious movie about being in the woods.
Mm-hmm. Deliverance?
No, it was
it was like if the sun's radiation had to do with like the ozone layer because it was made in the 80s or the late 70s maybe, and
the ozone layer ate people?
No, it made, because the sun was so strong, it made animals kind of go crazy, and like all the animals like turned on the humans. And
maybe
they were
that's
out in
what's
the
happening to
wilderness.
the humans, and we're all turning on each other.
Maybe.
But it was a real.
And he was an ass in the movie. Like he wasn't funny in the movie.
He was the bad guy in the movie.
Yeah.
It was weird. It was weird.
I don't like
but
that.
it was before. It was really good. It was a good movie.
I also want to commend you on the authenticity of your sound effects. Can you do that plain sound effect for me again?
Meow.
No, it was more like.
That's what it's gonna be like in the Chinook. You're like, oh shit, I lost control.
I'm not flying it. I'm just gonna be in there.
All of a sudden, he puts on the autopilot, ching, and then now this is pitch black, so there's no cabin lights.
How many passengers are on this plane?
0. It's just him.
Okay.
It is just this guy, the best in the business. He puts the autopilot on. He gets up. He stumbles around the cabin because he can't see anything.
He doesn't have a flashlight? It's 1985. I mean, they had flashlights in 1985.
He had a flashlight, but he grabs this thing on the wall, this pack, this parachute, and he straps himself in to this parachute.
And he abandons his plane?
This plane is flying at 8,400 feet. So when autopilot's on, it just flies. It doesn't like
cruise control.
Yeah, exactly. So it just coasts the whole time. So it'll fly for another 100 miles or whatever until it crashes and run out of gas or lands itself.
Right.
Which that would be awesome, but it probably would never happen.
No.
So,
but I mean, I'm sure Tesla's working on that.
He puts it on autopilot. He puts on his parachute. He is flying over Knoxville, Tennessee. He opens the sliding door. And this is the plane one more time. This is the exact model that he was flying. So he opens the side door, which is behind this wing.
That's the exact model. It was a Coast Guard plane?
He jumps out. Leaving his plane flying on autopilot. What do you guys think of that? There's a couple things that I didn't tell you here. What was he wearing? It's important.
Is he naked?
He's wearing combat BDUs. The camouflage pattern, the ones that the Army used to wear. He's wearing those. He's also wearing a bulletproof vest. Now, this is the pilot. He throws throws that parachute on, and then he jumps. He's wearing Army BDUs.
What does BDU stand for? Something
Battle-
uniform? Battle duty uniform?
Battle dress uniform.
Battle dress uniform.
He's wearing BDUs, a bulletproof vest, night vision goggles.
Does he think he's James Bond?
Well, let me show you.
No, more like Rambo.
All right, well, look at his photo again. You tell me, does he look like James Bond now?
I mean, I could still like mustaches were big then, you know.
All right, so he was wearing.
Could you imagine Burt Reynolds acting in a movie about his life? I mean, I know R.I.P. Burt Reynolds, but like, I could totally see him in that role.
All right, let me get on with this. He's wearing a bulletproof vest, night vision goggles. He has 2 handguns on his side. He has a stiletto knife.
Oh. It was like he's wearing pumps.
He also has the airplane keys in his pocket. He also, around his waist, has a money belt with $5,000 in the belt and 6 Krugerrands, which is a very valuable South African coinage. Krugerrands.
What the fuck?
Just listen.
I've actually heard of that coin before.
I have not.
This man also has survival food, MREs. Now, all this is attached to his body with the parachute. So he jumps out. That's crazy. Oh, wait, I forgot to also mention that he also, on his person, had 34 kilos of the finest Colombian cocaine ever made. The finest Colombian cocaine. 34 kilos! 34 kilos on his body.
Can you give me that in poundage? What is that in pounds? Kilos.
So this man jumps with 34 kilos of the finest cocaine from Colombia. Each kilo is worth $40,000, and he has 34 of them. That's a lot. They're crammed into 2 separate bags and valued between $20 and $50 million.
Right.
Martin says, dude is definitely a soldier.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he was a soldier, and we're going to talk about him, but this is him again, if you want to see his photo. I don't know, maybe it's because this is a newspaper photo, but he does look like a badass. I wanted to say, and I think it's true, but I may just be making this up, which I am, but when he was flying, he was also smoking a cigar, and I really wanted the newspaper to say on his person there was like a pair of panties, like from, a stripper or whatever.
Like on our, Colonel, like the Colonel episode.
Oh.
Episode 5.
Like where? No, I don't think he means wearing. He just means like tucked in his pocket as a souvenir.
Oh.
Yeah, and they got like duty stands all over.
Ew, stop.
That makes it worse.
Yeah, why would you say that?
Why would you want that?
All right, so obviously you guys know that the plane landed itself. It was on autopilot, right?
Well, it crashed, correct?
Yeah, it crashed. Oh, Jen, tell the story for us.
I don't know the story, but
Well,
I
if
mean,
no
like,
one's
if there's no one
flying
manning
the
the plane,
plane-
it's gonna crash. It's not gonna just be like, okay, nice landing,
landing.
everyone.
Yeah.
Like,
All right,
Otherwise, why would you need pilots?
so here is the crash site right here. So he jumped out around here, Tennessee border, North Carolina, around these mountain areas. Obviously, this plane crashed. The hour meter on the plane showed that the plane had a total of 1,000 hours on it. Brand new plane. The airspeed froze on impact of the crash at 264 knots, which I guess is a lot. I don't know. Not a pilot. And
no, but you jump from them.
yeah, I jumped
Your dad's
from
a
them.
pilot.
All right, so this is from the Asheville Citizen Times, 12th of September, 1985.
The aircraft appeared to come in straight and level. Searchers said a wing clipped a tree and sheared off from the fuselage, with the wing remaining in the tree, with the fuselage hit another tree and split into several sections.
All right, so they found no pilot on board. The airplane was actually spotted by another pilot in the air, and there were plenty of witnesses that saw the fiery crash in the mountains. Plus, you can hear that. But they checked, there was no pilot in there, or he was burned up to a crisp, right? Obviously, we know he jumped out. So that was when? September 10th, right?
Yes, in 1985.
Yeah, you got talking to the mic, Jen.
In 1985.
There you go. September 11th, one day after, in Tennessee.
I love Tennessee.
We're going to September 11th, a day after. This is 2722 Island Home Avenue. Let's actually Google Earth this. I have not yet, so.
Island Home Avenue sounds like a really nice place. But I really do love Tennessee. I think it's my 3rd favorite state. Well, I mean, like,
Massachusetts, South Carolina, Tennessee?
yeah. Well, I don't know if South Carolina. Actually,
2722 Island Home Avenue. Right here. So this is where we're going to right now. This is in Tennessee.
Purdy.
This is about 8 hours later.
Okay.
And we're actually going to around this spot right here.
oh no, did the plane crash into a house? That would be sad if the plane killed the family.
September 11th, One
For
day,
anyone.
one day after, a Knox County elderly man named Fred Myers, he's 85 years old. He gets up a little late for an 85-year-old. He gets up at 8:30, which, you know, my grandparents get up super early. But anyway, he gets up and he walks to the bathroom. This is shortly before 9 a.m. He goes to the bathroom. He puts the shaving cream on his face because he's so old. He's shaving. And then he looks out the window and he sees what appears to be a dead pilot splattered on in his driveway.
I thought he had a parachute. Did he not
oh my
use
gosh,
the parachute? No. He didn't use he had a parachute on and he strapped with all his goodies. He didn't. Was his parachute faulty?
Would you just read the damn thing?
I got up to shave and looked out my window and saw him. It looked like he jumped out with too heavy a load.
So this is where he landed, splat right there. You can still see
I don't
the
like
indention.
that
Oh, you
No,
word.
you cannot.
yeah, you can.
He broke the fence.
This old man's shaving and he looks out the window and he sees this dead pilot. He has bags and knives and night vision goggles and he's just splat right there on the freaking in the driveway. Crazy, right? So Fred's neighbor, a Ralph Johnson 63, said the following.
Fred's neighbor, Ralph Johnson, 63, said there was a trickle of blood from his nose that had dried on each cheek. Other than that, he looked okay. He was lying on his back with his knapsack half under him.
You said he splattered.
All right,
That does
whatever,
not
Jen.
sound like a splatter to me.
Yeah,
right.
you don't. That does
whatever.
not mean splat.
It's creative.
Splat means he's like mush.
Creative liberties, Jen, okay? Creative liberties.
I'm just saying.
This is the cocaine they found on this pilot. This is how much cocaine they found on him.
Holy
That's a lot.
crap.
That's a lot.
Why does it all say USA on it? Is that did they put that on before or
I don't know,
after?
Jen.
USA.
Jesus Christ.
U.S.
Stop. Yo.
This is our cocaine.
Come on. All right.
What?
We're adding banter.
All right, so it says the drug agents display some of the bundles of cocaine carried by Andrew Thornton. This isn't even all of it. Isn't that
Oh,
crazy?
wow.
That I mean, he must have had that strapped like not even like a belt. That's like 3 layers of belt. That's a whole. Maybe it wasn't a bulletproof vest. Maybe it was a cocaine vest.
Good point.
So what do you think? The parachute was faulty? Because
Well-
if that was to happen, and that's happened to me once, but well, you have like a reserve.
Does it, does weight matter with a parachute?
Fuck yeah, it matters.
But you
Yeah.
have to have certain grades of parachute, right? Don't they make higher weight grade parachutes, or am I making?
I
that
don't
up?
know.
No, I mean I don't know what parachute he had. It was probably a pretty good one though.
See, I heard that that when your body is jumping from a plane, like it's such high adrenaline, there have been people that have survived.
Yeah,
a jump without a parachute.
yeah. There's a few people.
Yeah, but you break every bone in your body, but you survive.
No, there's one guy that didn't break anything. He fell into it was in the Arctic and he fell into the
Water?
soft snow.
Oh,
But so if it was, so did he not pull the parachute or?
no, it was a faulty parachute.
So it was a faulty parachute. He also tried to pull the reserve parachute, but so the reserve parachute, I don't know if it's like what he had, but when I was jumping, you had the main parachute on your back and then you have a reserve parachute. We call it the oh shit parachute. It's like in front of you, like right above your pubic region, and you just pull that string or that line, and then that parachute actually comes out in front of you.
So you would be like
You would get
Yeah.
on your
jolted.
back almost.
So
Yeah,
how,
it is literally like so you won't die parachute. It's
So-
not like I'm gonna land really nice. It is the last fucking resort type of shit.
So can I ask you?
But there was someone in the 82nd that pulled his parachute and the reserve, and neither went off.
Oh,
that
man.
does happen.
How common is that? Because I mean, that's really messing with my desire to skydive.
Oh my God, I would never.
But I do want to ask, like, so you pull your parachute, and then, like, how long does it take for a parachute to function fully? Like, how soon do you know, like, if there's like a hole in the parachute? Like, do you just pull, like, what is the procedure? This is a serious question. I'm not even trying to be like, I know it sounds dumb because you probably know right away if your parachute doesn't work, but
Yeah,
Like how long does it take from you pulling the string to deploy it?
yeah, and how
I mean,
long
it
after?
depends. It depends on like what parachute you have, I guess. I mean, as far as the holes, like the army parachutes have holes in them because they're used in World War II World War II.
So they're recycled?
Fuck yeah. So in the Army, when you jump, and if anyone was airborne, they know this too, but there's a rule that, so there's holes in the fucking canopy. There, you look up and it's got holes in it because
like
it's so
holes?
No, like fucking being so old, like ripped fabric type of holes. If the hole is bigger than the helmet you're wearing, then you would pull the reserve. But because at night you can't tell how fast you're falling.
What does it feel like to fall from an airplane?
Is it a roller coaster drop feel?
Do you like? Is there sometimes you drop faster than other times depending on the height? Is it like an Empire State Building type thing in the penny?
No, it's actually really calm if you don't jump with like a bunch of people or females. Yeah, throw that in there because they're terrible at it. But
just for that, I want to go jump out of an airplane.
But no, it's calm when you're in the air. If everything's working fine, you fall fast if you're what they're called risers. Those things that connect the canopy. If they're twisted up, which happens a lot in the Army at least, then you don't fall as gracefully. You actually have to pull the risers apart like this. You pull and then you kick your legs out like, and it spins you around until they straighten out, and then it's like, and then you kind of just float. It's actually really peaceful until you hit the ground.
Can I ask
and they say, nah, he's dead.
Well,
Can I ask you
Which is what happened to John.
Can I ask you a personal question that you don't have to answer on this podcast? But
probably not.
Go ahead.
Did you like when you were? Do you want me to not ask it?
I don't give a shit.
Well,
We don't
you
know
said
what you're-
probably not. Now, did you choose to jump out of the airplanes, or was it like this is your assignment? Did they choose or did they choose you to do it?
You don't have to be smart to jump out. I mean, because you don't jump. If you don't jump, they push you out. You don't have to be smart if that's what you mean. It's not like some specialty.
No, I think she's asking like for what you went into in the Army. Was that like a requirement, or did you
it's
volunteer for?
No, it's a requirement with my job. Not everyone goes into the Army to do that.
like for.
Oh my
yeah,
God, this is going way too long. All right,
Sorry.
let's move on with this.
It was a
I
good
was-
question.
I was just interested. I'm interested in learning about my friends' lives.
Gross. All right, so this guy, this James Bond, he was smoking this cigar and he jumped out of his plane. His parachute either was faulty or it was carrying too much. Either way, he splatted right there on the man's driveway. The Knox County medical examiner, Randall Pedigo, said the man appeared to be dead for about 8 hours when his body was found at 8:45 a.m. by this elderly man shaving his face. The DEA said that this is actually really common. In 1985, this was the cocaine rush. And what a time to be alive. Think about like this guy. I mean, dude, this guy died a hero, at least to me. He jumps out. He's this multi-millionaire cocaine pilot. He's got all this cool shit. He jumps out with $40 million worth of cocaine. I mean, dude, that is badass. If there was a way I want to die, that is the way I want to go.
I think it's interesting that you called him a cocaine pilot. Like, if that is a job description. Like,
So I think in the 80s it probably was.
yeah.
So, the DEA said that around this time, there are these hidden airstrips all over the Appalachian Mountains, and they provide good cover. They're kind of like these clearings. They're not really runways. They're just known to the Colombian cartel and the pilots, right? If you go back and listen to Boys on the Track, this is like what Bill Clinton was doing in that time period, too.
He wasn't the flying the airplanes. Let's
No,
make that very
No,
clear.
he was just running all the drugs.
Hillary, don't come kill us, please.
I mean, Bill's still alive too. Like, he might be frail, but he's
Bill.
still alive.
The Colombians then go up there and they make the trade, and it's good. And that was an epidemic back in that time. Not so much anymore, I don't think. Lieutenant Jerry Day of the Metro Narcotics Unit said, quote, "We've never seen this much coke in one place here before." So not only was there $40 million of cocaine on his person, what?
40 million?
Yeah, $40 million of cocaine, 34 kilos.
Whoa.
Yeah, you don't even listen. 34 kilos of cocaine.
I didn't know how much that translated into dollars.
I said-
we looked up pounds. We didn't look
Yeah.
up dollars translation.
Listen, stop looking up shit.
No.
If y'all would listen to me, I would tell you how much. I said 34 kilos of cocaine, each kilo worth $40,000.
Yeah, I can't do that math in my head, man.
Nope, no.
Also, pound it like how? Wait,
We're not talking about pounds, dude.
I know.
She was looking
I'm
to
so
see like how much
curious.
added weight it would be to his parachute.
Oh my God.
I know
Stop
where you're
looking
going.
stuff
Thank you.
up because you're messing the story up.
Oh.
Let me talk about this guy. Andrew Thornton II. Born October 30, 1944, Bourbon, Kentucky. One reverend said, I have known his parents for 9 years now, and they're the most highly regarded families, yada, yada, yada. Grew up private school. He grew up in a polo school, military academy, ROTC, dropped out, joined the Army in 82. He was in the 82nd Airborne Division, lead the way.
That's your division, isn't it?
Purple Heart candidate in 1965 invasion of Dominican Republic, a degree in law enforcement, and he actually worked for the CIA at one point as a pilot. Then he became the head of the company, which is the biggest drug smugglers in Kentucky. That's all him. That's all we're going to talk about him because he's not even the main character to this story.
What you mean?
Wait, but so I'm sorry, I got confused. You said, it was the 82 when he joined that division, but he was in the Army before.
It doesn't matter about him. I didn't do his story. He's cool as shit, in my opinion. And it's cool that he splatted on the ground and all that stuff is pretty cool, and all the cocaine and stuff. I think that's pretty cool if you like that movie Snatch. But that's not the story we're talking about tonight.
What is the? So we've
There
gone
was-
on about something that wasn't even the main character.
There's something,
Sorry.
there is one who has made a far bigger impact, and this story is going to take a little bit of a twist.
Ooh.
But the story that I really want to focus on tonight is not the dead pilot, although his story would be cool to discuss in the future. But let's go back to the plane. The plane crashed. The pilot is dead. All right. Narcotics officers realized that a lot of the cocaine was dumped out of the plane during mid-flight.
So there was more than 34 kilos on that plane.
The plane comes with 12 seats. 6 seats were removed to store all the cocaine. The plane was actually overloaded to begin with, and that was because he got too greedy. He wanted to carry too much of it, and it was having trouble. That was the turbulence. So to reduce the weight, he started dumping cocaine all over Georgia and all over Kentucky and all over North Carolina.
Can you imagine if they thought that it was a snowstorm? Like, weird.
All
What is this
kids are
snow?
outside making snow angels.
Wow, let's catch some snowflakes on our tongue.
Oh,
They had
that was not a good movement.
The narcotics officers had found one previous stash of 100 pounds earlier the same week that the pilot was found, and that led them to Fannin County, the Fannin County Mountains, which is 80 miles north of Atlanta and south of the Tennessee line. Do you want to see that on Google Earth or not?
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's-
we
Always.
love Google Earth. My favorite.
Google Earth? How you spell
I
that?
heard that too.
How you spell Google
Did you
Earth?
hear that?
Yeah.
I didn't mean for that to happen.
How you spell
Do you think
Google
that's
Earth?
what the plane looked like? Look.
Maybe.
Yeah, man. Fannin County Mountains. You go here. So the mountain range. So this is the right place because this is where the plane crashed here in the
Nantahala.
in the national forest. So around Blue Ridge, around Blue Ridge, right here in Blue Ridge, in the mountain areas, the DEA found some of the coke stash.
Oh.
They found 100 pounds of it because he was dumping it. All right. So that led them to right at the Tennessee line, and they found something else. And well, in fact, a local hunter was out there, and he calls in and he says, I think you should y'all need to see this. Y'all ain't gonna believe this shit. This was about 100 yards away from where they found 100 pounds a few weeks earlier. Hunter finds what is the most shocking thing he's ever seen in his life. He calls it in. The DEA, the cops get there, the narcotics agency, and this is from the Associated Press.
From the Associated Press, December 22nd, 1985, investigators searching for cocaine dropped by an airborne smuggler have found a ripped up shipment of sweet-smelling powder and the remnants of a bear that apparently died of a multi-million-dollar high.
Whoa.
So this
Could you imagine an episode of Winnie the Pooh that finds cocaine?
Cocaine instead of honey?
this
Tara, I don't think that you should eat it. No, we should eat it. I'm gonna eat it.
That was an interesting impression of Winnie the Pooh.
And then-
It was Winnie the Pooh, Piglet, and Tigger.
I got one. So Tigger's like, oh, I'm all high. Oh, you're hot. Boing, boing, boing.
I mean, Tigger probably acted like he was high on cocaine pretty often.
Tigger, like, well, you know,
The wonderful thing about Tigger is
the wonderful thing about Tigger is there's a wonderful thing.
All right. So
Do you think that? Did you know that Winnie the Pooh characters are representative of different mental illnesses?
oh my God. All right. So tonight we're not talking about the pilot. I could care care less about him. Tonight, we're talking about this fella right here.
He's so cute.
Not his actual self, because his self was found as bones, but this is about the same model, black bear.
Model. This is the 86754.
Black bear.
A black bear found a lot of cocaine, which we're about to tell you how much. And this bear became known as the cocaine bear, but better known as Pablo Esko-bear.
Oh my God.
Pablo
That is amazing.
Yes.
Pablo Esko-bear.
Yes. That is awesome. Whoever came up with that deserves a Pulitzer Prize. I'm sorry. That's fucking fantastic.
Pablo Esko-bear. This
Fucking awesome.
Did you guys see the video of the mama bear helping the baby bears across the street?
No.
It was cute.
Did you watch I know we did this on a live, one of the news, the
headlines?
What was the honey? It was like it was like a high honey, and the bear was super high.
the mud honey or whatever.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was really adorable. I mean, it was non-life threatening to the bear, but he was high as F.
All right, listen, guys. I know we all feel sorry for the bear, but let's view this bear, the cocaine bear, Pablo Esko-bear, as a national hero. He died of a, quote, multi-million-dollar high, but that's an understatement. Gary Garner of the Georgia Bureau of Investigation said the following.
The bear got to it before we could, and he tore the duffel bag open, got him some cocaine, and OD'd. There's nothing left but bones and a big hide.
So this is right by where the cocaine was initially. He basically went a few feet and died within 30 to 45 minutes. But this black bear weighed almost 200 pounds, has been dead for 4 weeks when they found him. This is where it gets crazy. This black bear, Pablo Esko-bear, consumed 40 packages of cocaine.
How many pounds are in a package?
Well, it's 1 kilo per. Oh, look what's on the screen now.
Oh my God, it's Winnie the Pooh. Stop.
He's looking for cocaine.
Y'all have ruined Winnie the Pooh for me.
There's a horror movie called Winnie the Pooh out there.
No, I know. You showed us that.
The new
thing.
Bruins jerseys are, not the new, but the retro throwback Bruins jerseys are called Pooh Bear jerseys.
Officials believe the bear, and maybe some others, ate several $1 million worth of the cocaine. Each of the 40 packages is believed to have contained 1 kilogram of cocaine, or about 88 pounds in all, and valued at as much as $20 million.
Guys, this bear ate $20 million worth of cocaine. There he is right there.
Aww.
That's him?
Wait, is that
Kentucky Fun Mall. What else goes on at that mall? That's what I want to know.
Is his snout white, or is that just
Oh
the
shit,
photo?
I think so, yeah. Here's the story, guys. Think about it. You have these DEA officers and these hard-ass guys. It's like, oh, and what do they want? What do they want more than anything? These
to stop the war on drugs.
No, they don't fucking care about that. These narcotics officers, they want to see their face in the paper with that big old smile with $20 million of cocaine laid out. So imagine they get to the spot where $20 million of cocaine was 4 weeks ago, and instead of that picture of them smiling, with the senator with a thumbs up with all the cocaine, they have a bear that consumed all the cocaine, aka Pablo Esko-bear.
But to be fair, I mean, the bear kind of did their job by getting cocaine off the streets.
That's right.
Like,
it's probably safer that way.
They should
for humanity.
they should honestly give that bear a posthumous award for getting the drugs off the street. They should make him an honorary member of the police department.
That's why, we gotta view him as a national hero.
And that's why he's in the Kentucky Fun Mall.
Yeah,
because he's a hero. There are $20 million less worth of customers out there.
The bear was 3 to 4 years old, 5 feet tall, and if you want to read the autopsy.
Was it a male bear?
Yeah.
So he was young, 5 feet tall. That's small for a black bear, I think, right?
I think so.
Yeah, it was about 200 pounds. I thought it'd be bigger too, but I guess it still is small.
Maybe he was a cub.
But he was fucking high.
Underage drug use is not good. It'll kill you.
I mean, he basically ate 40 of those bricks of this cocaine. He must have been fucking on the moon, bro. I mean, he died super high.
I mean, but that's so sad. Like his heart, he was probably beating
probably
so fast.
exploded on the inside.
I know. That's why it's sad, but that's why it's more sad than that dead pilot splatting on the freaking pavement.
Yeah, I'm more sad about the bear. The bear died of acute cocaine intoxication, said Dr. Kenneth Alonzo of the Georgia Crime Lab. Quote, we determined that the post-mortem levels of the cocaine bear ingested were quite high.
Quote, the only thing that was left were the packages themselves. No cocaine was recovered.
Wow.
So that is the Pablo Esko-bear story.
Folks on live chat were saying that there is a movie coming out next year called The Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, I think I heard of that.
Oh, is that how you got the inspiration?
So there is a movie called The Cocaine Bear coming out. It's got some pretty famous actors in it. It's a horror movie. Here, I'll show you.
Wait, is that the inspiration, or was it the Pooh Bear? Is this the Pooh Bear horror movie? Or
No,
what?
this is the movie's called
the
Cocaine
Pooh Bear
Bear.
horror movie was just a fake commercial, I think.
No, that was real.
So-
Is it? Because Pooh Bear is going to be out of the public or into the public domain.
Yeah, that's real. So this is it right here, Cocaine Bear, and so this is all posted. I saw this story and I was like, I have to fucking cover this shit. The movie, which has some pretty big actors in it. Let's see.
Man, we are going to go see this movie.
I don't want to play Ray Liotta.
Oh, he died.
Oh.
I don't want to play the freaking trailer because last time you two
Kurt
got really
Russell.
pissed off.
Yeah,
at
we
me.
won't play it. We won't play it.
But so go here and watch this Cocaine Bear. It is inspired by this story, this true story that I told you. So when you see this out, because it's probably going to be pretty big, I would imagine, kind of like some of those other ones.
They did take some liberties here because you just said that bear was 200 pounds and it's saying that 500-pound black bear.
Yeah. So basically, the story here is it's a horror movie. So the bear eats a bunch of cocaine and then kills a bunch of people. But it's kind of the inspiration.
The bear didn't kill a whole bunch of people, though. So,
Yeah.
in real life.
That's the story about the cocaine bear. I thought it was pretty fascinating. I hope you guys did too.
It is fascinating. I feel like the story isn't over, though.
I mean, the bear.
Well, our
the bear
story's over
died.
because we got another episode. What the fuck? If you guys want to stay for the next story, I definitely recommend it. I'm going to start it like you would start a really bad joke.
God.
And I'll just say it. 4 lesbians walk into a bar.
Why is that a bad joke? Why is that a bad joke?
And
No, it's like any
like
of
a
those
priest, a rabbi, and something.
imam or something. Yeah.
4 lesbians walk into an Australian seedy bar in Brisbane, and
Oh, Lauren, do you know this story? Lauren's from Australia.
it's a crazy story, and that's what we're starting with. So 4 lesbians walk into a bar.
All right.
But-
Sounds good.
That story will be out next week if you guys don't want to stay. It's in fact the main story I was going to tell because it's the one I did obviously
More research
the
on.
majority of research on, but I just couldn't not put this one as public. So it's the fucking Pablo Esko-bear.
Pablo Esko-bear.
But so anyway, that is what we're doing next. It's a crazy story and you guys will love it. So patreon.com/talkmurder if you want to support us and stay on for that. And that's all I have about this story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Kind of short, but that's all you're going to get with the Cocaine Bear. So this is John. I'm sitting here with Jen and Nicole. This is Talk More and Me podcast. And until next time, good night, you lovely, lovely people.